Welcome to Salesforce Admin Plus Development Plus Lightning Demo Session. If you are interested for complete training, please contact us on details mentioned in the description area.
Fine. So now we are talking about the Salesforce. So if you can see that Salesforce has started in 1999 and since 2004 it got #1 ranking in all over the world. And from 2004 to till now, from 2024, it is still on the #1 position. If you can see, if for Salesforce for cloud computing, each and everything has been given on the internet. So you can see here we have the Salesforce area, then second place we have Adobe, then we have Oracle, SAP, Microsoft, and then we have others CRM vendors. Fine. So as we have talked about, Salesforce contains two portions. The first is what? The first is known as configuration. Fine. As we all know that Salesforce is a CRM tool, that is customer relationship management. So what is customer relationship management? So it means we are storing data of customers in the on the cloud. And if we want to access the cloud, what we need internet. Now, if I'm going to tell you one more thing, suppose what we here we have a Flipkart. So Flipkart also works on cloud. So if I'm going to open a Flipkart and Flipkart works on cloud, so what does it mean? So it means whatever the data that is in the form of picture, that is saved on the cloud database. So data we can save in the two processes. Either we can save it in the picture format, or we can save it in the string format, or you can say data format. Now can anyone tell me, if I'm going to ask you what are these? Groceries, mobiles, fashions, electronics, homes. What are these in the Flipkart?
Categories.
Anyone?
Categories.
What are they? These all are categories. Yes, if we are the end user, what I'm going to say, they are categories. No, but if we are a developer, we are going to say these all are not categories. These are the objects available inside the Flipkart. If you are going to open something, let's go for Amazon. Fine. So if I click this button, and here we have the list of like Fire TV, like the Audible books, Amazon Prime Music. If you call your TV and appliances, these all are not categories. These all are the objects available inside Salesforce. And objects is nothing but it is a table which stores data. In Flipkart, if I click on this mobiles, I am going inside mobile object, and I can see the data that is available here. Here we have all the data. If I click on suppose Realme, I can see the data in the picture format. Fine, because every record has been saved on cloud, and these are the details of the product. This is a product, and these all are the details of product. These are the details in details. The price is also included. Fine. If I click on the main, so main is the object which contains data in the form of table. First column, second column, third column, fourth column, fifth column. So this is a table, and table contains data. Right. So whenever we are talking about cloud computing, either any cloud computing, Salesforce, Flipkart, Amazon, Google, right, Snapdeal. So every cloud application works on object only. Without object, no any cloud application is possible. And if we are talking about object, it means we are talking about a table which stores data. In short, you can say. Right. Now tell me one thing. If I'm going to click on this, suppose on men's casual shoes, if I click any of the shoes, suppose this is the shoe. Now tell you, can I update the price? Can we update the offers? Can we update the specifications? What it has been given here? No, we cannot update. Why? Because we are not the developers, we are the end users. So we got only read access on the product. I can see the data, but I cannot modify anything, right? Except this. So this data delivery pin code I can modify. I can provide this number, I can provide and then another number. So this is the area where we can edit and we can check it. Exactly in Salesforce, if we are a developer, we are going to develop a functionality, and it's our responsibility which user can see, which user can edit, and which user can delete the data. Right, and this is known as the global search. This search button is known as the global search, and this search button will be available on all cloud-based application. On Amazon also we have what? On Amazon also we have global search. If you are going for Snapdeal, we have global search. If you are going for WhatsApp, we have global search. If you are going for Google, we have global search. If you are going inside Salesforce, yes, we have global search. Let me show you. So if I'm going to log in inside Salesforce, okay, fine. So now I have my credentials. So I'm logging. I will tell you how we can create our account in Salesforce. Fine. So now I have logged in inside Salesforce, right? And this is the what? This is the global search that is given. Fine. So every cloud application has a global search. Without global search, it is not possible to develop any functionality. Fine. Now next thing here, see, in Flipkart we have data, we have object. In Amazon we have object. Yes, in Salesforce also we have object. If I'm going inside Salesforce, if I'm going in the application, sales application, so yes, we have objects, because without objects, no, see, opportunity is the object, lead is the object. If I click on the account, I can see the data. You see, these all are the data available. If I click on opportunity object, I can see the data, right? If I click on, I have another application like flight registration application. So you can see I have accounts, I can see the data. Now tell me, in Flipkart, can I create one more tab here on besides electronics? If I want to create one more tab, is it possible for us? No, we are the end users, we are not the developers. But yes, if the developer of Flipkart, they want to create one more tab here besides electronics, yes, he can create because they have access. Exactly, in Salesforce also, suppose here we have account flight, here one more tab I want to create. Yes, as a developer I can create it, because now we are a developer. Now our responsibility is to develop functionality in Salesforce. So each and every we can do. Now here I can see, if I click on the shoe, I can see all the details of details regarding the shoe. In Salesforce also, if I'm going to click on any of the record, I can see the details of the record. If I click on here, we have details. You can see I have all the details of record: annual revenue, count of the customer, right? Phone number, fax, website. Fine. These all are the fields available. So these are the fields in Salesforce. These are the fields in Flipkart. These are the fields in Flipkart. These all are the fields in Flipkart. If you are going inside Amazon, if I'm going to open any product, suppose this is a product. Fine. If I'm going to open any product, you can see the description. These all are the description of product, details of product, and same details, either we can show it like this or we can show it like this. Okay, the important thing, whatever the product we have to save the details. Suppose this product is going to sell to any customer, we are going to relate the relation between product and customer. How many products he has bought, what would be the price of the product, what will be the warranty of the product. Each and every details we are going to keep it in our database, that is on cloud database. Right. Now tell me, if I'm going to click on this account object, and if I click on the new button, so this is a page. Now tell me, most important thing. Now tell me, if this page, if you want to build with any coding application like Java, .NET, mainframe, Python, now can you guess how many lines of code you have to write at least? Anyone can guess?
20.
How many lines
At
of code
least
you have to
20.
write? At least more than 500 lines of code we have to write for this UI. And when I want to insert the data and then I want to save it, that for button purpose, additionally we have to write at least 200-300 lines of code. But in Salesforce, it is a beauty here that we have a concept of configuration. We have a concept of configuration. With the help of configuration, no need to write any single line of code, and we can build the functionality. So that's why today's most of the non-technical guys also are switching inside this cloud-based application, because 70% of the application you can build without writing any single line of code. But for 30%, still we need to write some basics of code, right? But don't worry. So either it will be a configuration or it will be a development. Everything we are going to start with the zero level, right? Now what I'm saying, suppose I want to open my own electronics. I want to open my own so here I want an electronics tab. Yes, I can provide it. As a developer, I can build the functionality, I can provide the tab also, and I can give them functionality. What I have to do, so I have to click on this icon. So each and everything I will share you the detail, don't worry. I have to click on the setup. Here we have the setup. So whatever the configuration development we are going to do, that will go through this setup. This setup is very, very important. This setup is also available in Flipkart. This setup is also available in Amazon, but that is hidden because this setup is only applied to the developers of cloud application. Once we have built the functionality, we can hide this setup button so that the end users only they can see the product, they can access the website, they can see the products only. Because what I want, we want that we don't want to provide them development access, so I can hide this area, right? But currently if I am a developer and if I want to develop any object, here we have object manager, right? I have to create a new object. That object name is what? Electronics. I want to open a electronics shop, suppose. So here I am providing here my electronics, right? And here I am passing value like this, okay? And here I am giving the, now it is the most important interview question. At the time of object creation, what is the default data type that Salesforce provides? So by default it will provide a text and auto number. It is an interview question, also it is a certification question. So in future when we are going to go for the Salesforce certification, this question they are going to ask: what is the default data type that Salesforce provide while creation of a custom object? So we have text and auto number. Currently I'm providing auto number, and the value is what? Product ID. Product ID, auto number, and PRO ID, and we have to provide dash, and we have to follow this example. Okay, and here I am providing what? Here I am providing some zeros, and then the starting number will be something 001122, like that. This will be the starting number. Okay, it will be 4 digit. Okay, allow report in future on the same object whenever the data is going to be inserted. If I want to create a report, so for each and every we have a separate topics. Currently I'm not showing you because for reports, for activities, for track field history, we have a separate topics, right? And I want to allow search. This is very important. If we are not going to enable this, we are not able to use this global search. That global search is also available in Flipkart. That global search is also available in Amazon, right? For every product they have given the access to search. If I'm going to pass here something iPhone, it means whatever the iPhone products we are getting, they have enabled this checkbox allow search, so that in the global search we are providing the allowance so that you can search the product, right? And here we have an option to create a tab. Right? Now what I'm going to do now, after that, click on this save. The object is created. Now we have to provide to whom we want to provide the access. This will be the color of the tab. So which color I want to provide the tab? So let's go for, I'm going for alarm clock. It's the color of the tab. Fine. Now let's click on this next button. Now it is asking to whom you want to share this object. Who can see now? Who can see the products? Who can see all these products? The end user can see the whole products. Developer can see the whole products. Everyone can see all these products. So exactly I am going to provide access to all. Everyone can see my electronic products. So I have given default on for everyone. Okay. Now let's click on this next. And now where I want to add it? I want to add it in flight registration object. I have taken an object flight registration, this one, and there I want to add it. Now save this. See the beauty here. I haven't used any single line of code, right? And you can see here currently we don't have any tab. Now I'm just going to refresh the page. I'm just refreshing the page, and definitely the tab should be visible, My Electronics. See, exactly same process the Flipkart developers is going to use to create a tab here, right? So I have created my own tab, custom tab, My Electronics.
Just a
Now,
query here.
yeah, tell me.
You entered the name as My Space Electronics, but the name
Correct.
shows My Electronics.
Yes.
Uh, while matlab,
What?
it shows plural form rather than showing the name.
Yes,
What?
yes. So whenever we are going to create a custom object, whatever the plural values that we have given, that is going to show it here. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So, and you can see, let me show you one more thing, edit object. See, when I have created this object, so what we have given label name, details here. We have what we have given, the name is what? My
My
Electronic.
Electronics.
Correct? Let me show you. I want you to explain each and everything. Great. Now what I have given, label, plural and object name. Suppose in future, for development purpose, suppose I have to write some code on this object. I have to write some code. So I'm going to use this name. Why? Because this is known as the API name, and see, this is the API name of the object. So in future, when we are going to learn development and I have to write some query, I have to write some logic on the same object, I'm not going to use this name. I'm not going to use this name. I am going to use this name only. Okay. So that's why Salesforce has given the functionality in future purpose. Suppose if you want to write some code on the same object, so for that we have to use this API object API name. Okay, clear?
I'm not kind of sure what API would do, but ठीक है फिलहाल के लिए.
API would do, see, when in the development, see what here you can see, this is the API name. API name of the object. Whatever the object I have created, this is the API name. Now in future, how many records this table contains? Suppose here I have a, let me show you what API name, it will be clear. I have My Electronics. I'm going to click on this new. I don't have any field here, right? I don't have any field. You can see just like on accounts, if I click on the new button, I can see so many fields that Salesforce has not, I have created. Salesforce has created. But whatever the objects I have created, if I click on the new button, there is no any field because we haven't created till now. But if I want to click save it, it will be saved. Product ID generated, right? Again, if I click on that new, second product ID is also going to generate, right? So now we have two product IDs generated in My Electronics. Now on this object, if I want to write logic in code, suppose we have whatever the code we are going to write in future, that we are going to use developer console. On developer console we can write code. Now if I want to write code, this type of code I want to write on object, so for that what I need, I have to use this API name. Whenever we are going to use coding area on the object like this, so for that we have to use API name. This is the API name of account. Here we have account object, you can see account object, the API name of account. Let me show you. The API name of account is what I can see. Okay, what is API name? It is account. And here in development I have used the API name account. If I'm going to write, logic on My Electronics, right, and then I want to use, so I am going to use this API name. I'm going to use this API name here in while coding. Got it? Code, because see why? Because in Salesforce The name of the object might be duplicate, but API name cannot be duplicate in Salesforce. I can create two tabs with the name of my electronics. I can create 4 tabs with the name of my electronics, but the API name of all the 4 objects will be different. That's why we always prefer this API name in the code, because it is unique. See, please forget it. Please forget it, because there is no any use. Current today's demo session, I am going and I'm showing you all the advanced code. Fine, there is no any meaning. Clear, guys? अभी से मैं आपको जब ये सब बताऊंगा ना, तो आपको बोलोगे आप मुझे कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा. So starting में step by step जितना बताऊं, that will be good. So don't go for code right now. Unless and until if you don't know the configuration, you can't do this development. This development only when you can do when you know the concept of configuration, administration. Okay?
Got it.
Fine. So now what? So I have created new button and there is no any field here. Now what I want, just like on account object, I also want to create a field. Now see the beauty of Salesforce. For all those fields, n number of lines we have to write for Java and .NET, for any coding language. But here in Salesforce, only we have to follow the concept and logic. You can create the. Now see what I want to create here. I want to create product name, product price, right? And in which city it is available. Yes, I can create. Let's click on the same. What I have told you, if you want to develop any functionality, this setup button is very, very important for us. Yes, okay. Click on this edit object. And here we have a fields and relationship. You can see in a object what we have, fields and relationship. So I want to create a field, product name. Yes. So now see, when I click on the new button, I can see what? The data type of products, which data type you want to create. Now product name will be a text field. You can create phone number, you can create percentage, number, geolocation, email, date and time. Every type of data type here it is given. Firstly, what I want to create, I want to create a text field, short. Okay, so now scroll it down, click on this next. Okay, now what will the name? I am providing what? Product name. I have given product name. The length of the name will be maximum 20. So fine. And let me click on this next button. Let me click on the next button. Now these are the profiles. Now this is very important concept. So in Salesforce we have a topic security model. We have a topic security model that we are going to see in coming classes. But currently I am providing access to all the profile. Everyone can see the data. Currently I am not hiding access to anyone. Currently I am providing access to everyone. Okay, now let's click on this next. And now it is a layout. It means on the layout, what is layout? This is known as layout. This is known as layout. So what it is saying? It is saying that I am adding whatever the field I am creating, that field I am adding to the layout. Okay, save it. Field is created. You can see product name. Product ID is created automatically at the time of object creation. Now next field I have created product name. Now what I can do, let me refresh the page. Let me refresh the page and let's go inside my electronics. Let's click on the new object. Can I see the? Yes, I can see product name. See, currently if I am not going to insert anything product name, if I'm trying to save it, it is going to save. Now that is not a valid. What I want unless and until the user is not going to provide the product name, the data is not going to save. Yes, we can do it. We have to make this product name required field. We have to make this product name required field. How we can create? Yes, we can do. Edit this same product name. Edit this same product name. And here we have what? Required. Checkbox. Enable this. Save this. Don't worry. Each and everything I will explain you in the detail in further classes. I'm just showing you the demo, how the Salesforce is working, what is the beauty, how you are going to develop all the functionality without writing any single line of code. Right. Now again I'm going to refresh the page. See, whenever we have done the changes, whenever we have developed the functionality, every time we have to refresh page 2-3 times, so that whatever the development you have done, it is going to reflect on UI new. See, it is not reflected yet. Sometimes it is going. Okay, let's click on new. No, not yet. See, if I'm saving it, it is going to save. No, see, it is a required field. Unless and until we are not going to provide the value, it is not going to save the data. What it is saying, it's a required field missing product name. So I have to provide the name, product name, like what? Dell laptop. I have given the product name Dell laptop. I can save this. Now the product ID is generated and here product name is Dell laptop. Exactly same. I want to create the price. Can I create? Yes, I can create. In the same fields and relationship, again we have to click on the new button. We have to choose price. Price will be what? It will be a currency. Price will be a currency field. Fine. Next. And this will be what? Price. And the price will be, let's go for 4-digit decimal places, let's go for 2. And if you want to make it required, okay, it will also be required if you want to make it. Currently I'm not making it required. Next, again it is going to ask me for the profile level access. Okay, currently I'm giving access to all the profiles, all the users. Next, and on the layout, save it. See this beauty. Now what? Let's go for my electronics. Refresh the page 2-3 times. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, see, if I click on the new button, I can see product name, but still I'm not able to see price. Why? Because of the refresh. I think it has not been refreshed. Sometimes we have to log out and log in. Sometimes. Let me check again. No, it is not available. Why? Now what I can do, I can log out from Salesforce. I'm going to log in again. Okay, so login.salesforce.com. Again, I'm logging inside. Great. Remind me later. Right. Now let's go for the object. What will be the object? My electronics. You can see my electronics I have here. Fine. Now if I click on this new button, see the price is available. The price is available. If I'm giving here what? HP. I'm giving the price something $300 and I'm saving it. It is going to save. You can see details. HP $300. Right. Now if I want to create a pick list value, what is pick list? Pick list is like that. See, in Salesforce, what is pick list? If I click on the new button, here we have this is the pick list value. I can choose one value. I can choose one value. Right. This is the pick list. I can choose one value. Right. If the same type of field I have to create, yes, I can create. Now whatever the product we are saving, what I need to check the city, in which city they are going to buy the product. Yes, again we have to go for my electronics, page fields and page layout, new, same process we have to follow, and we have pick list value. Right. Next, and I'm providing here what? City, and I'm providing the value of city what? Like Pune, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad. Right. Pune, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata, Hyderabad. and I'm going to click on this next. Again, it is going to ask me about profile level security. Next, and then we can save it. Right. So let us check if multiple times refresh. If we are not going to see our output, then we have to log out and log in again. Simple thing. Click on this new button. See the picklist city is coming. Pune, Mumbai, Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata. Now what I want, I have a product. Suppose we have a Haldiram's product, right? And the price is what, $20, and that belongs to which city? Mumbai city. I can save this. Now the data is saved, right? You listen, and you can see the data is saving, right? So this is about object. What I have told you, object is a table which stores data, because whenever we are going to work on the cloud computing or any application today's world, always we have to take care about the data. Always we have to take care about the data. Okay, now see, I have created one of my previous batches had, they have, for that we have created flight booking. If I click on the new button, we can book the flight, whether you want to book flight domestic or international. Yes, I want domestic flight. Click on this next, and then airlines. I am choosing in Air India. It's a one-way journey. So from Pune to Mumbai, I am going. What will be the depart date? This will be the depart date. Right, terms and condition applied. Mobile number I can provide it, and then I can save the data. See, PNR is generated. PNR number is generated automatically. Just wait a minute, I am getting a call. Guys, tell me. Till now, if you have, see, forget this coding part. अभी आपको स्टार्टिंग में कम से कम 1-1.5 महीने कोडिंग के बारे में सोचना ही नहीं है. जब आप ये सब चीज कॉन्फ़िगरेशन से कर लोगे ना, उसके बाद आपको कोडिंग भी एकदम इजी लगेगा. Frankly, first we have to know about configuration. With configuration, what are the things we can do? Now tell me, if I am going to purchase any product from Flipkart, so after doing the payment, automatically I will get an email that this is the product that you have bought and this is the price, and the product will be delivered within 5 days, 7 days. We'll got an email. Exactly same process in Salesforce also. Whatever the product they are going to buy, so here in Salesforce also we have a email template. If I want to send an email, suppose we have email template, right? See, these are the default email templates that Salesforce has given. See here, but we can create our custom email. What? Dear lead name, thank you for inquiring about Genwatt products. A representative will contact you shortly. Thanks, Genwatt team. This email, if I want to trigger to the Gmail, yes, we can trigger it. But with which process? We have a process. What? Workflow process. In workflow process, we can send email alerts. See the beauty. Is from Salesforce. If I want to send an email from Salesforce to your Gmail, yes, I have. Suppose if you have bought a product and if you have done the payment, automatically you will get an email that this is the product that you have bought. It will be delivered within 5 days or 7 days. Right? Guys, tell me. Come on, communicate. Ask. If you have any query, please ask.
Kind of understood everything. Just the last part, workflow action. That part was new. Process automation, I believe. The object was
Yes, this is the process automation.
Yeah. This one is new.
So you want me to explain it again?
No, not actually. The class will go more extent because this is just the depth, right? The process
Yes.
automation, I
See,
believe.
what I'm saying, I was saying about what is Salesforce and how it is going to work as a developer, right? So as a developer, what are the
Mhm.
functionality we can build with configuration and customization? So this was for that.
Mhm.
Anyone has any query, any doubt? Abhay, Amit, Bhagesh. Come on, guys. If you're going to change your technology, I think you have so many queries.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I am from mechanical background, so is Salesforce is good for switching career into IT?
Yes, definitely. What I have told you in Salesforce, 70% of functionality will be built with configuration. It means without coding. So definitely, if you are getting a project, 70% of the project you can build. But rest of 30%, I'm saying you have to learn coding, and that coding is not so too tough. If I'm going to tell you how whatever the code I have written here, so this code will be really easy when I'm going to show you at the initial phases from the zero level, because each and everything I'm going to tell you what is set, what is list, what is class, how we can create a class, how we can declare a variable inside a class. Each and everything I'm going to explain it in development. Fine, because lots of non-technical guys now they have switched in the Salesforce, and there are lots of opening in all MNCs or small scale industries.
Out of the box question, Rahul.
Hmm?
What is the highest package anyone can expect out of Salesforce with like the kind of knowledge
it, de-
we
it
are gonna
it
have?
depends upon your experience that you are showing.
Okay.
It depends upon your experience that you are showing. If you are showing two plus experience, definitely the package will be more than 7 plus. If you're going for 5 plus, the package will be definitely 20 plus.
Got it.
So depending on your experience, if you're going as a fresher, then definitely you have to adjust, you have to manage from 3 to 4 lakh, because if you're a fresher, right,
Mhm.
depending upon your
And
knowledge.
this class will have how much live projects, if I may know
Yes,
about that?
definitely. Because unless and until if I'm not going to provide you a live project, how you are going to crack interviews, right?
Mhm.
So I will provide you a live project that I have worked in my previous companies, and I will explain each and everything. And before that, what are the practicals that we are going to do in our daily sessions? So the same practical after at the end of the session, if I'm going to tell you this is the project, you are going to say yes, all this functionality we can build. Because
Mhm.
earlier also I'm going to show you all the functionality in our practice session. Okay. So here we
I
have a
didn't get the
company.
last.
On that company, I'm going to provide you the Tate and Lyle. So this is a US based company. I'm going to provide you the live project for this. For this client, I have worked in my previous company, and I have the project and each and every description. So you can go and you can tell in the interviewer that on this or for this client you have done the project, and how the leads are capturing, how accounts, custom, timesheet, each and everything I'm going to explain it. Okay.
Mhm. Rahul, a personal question here.
Hmm.
I have worked on Peacock. It
Hmm.
was on Salesforce domain.
Hmm.
So while showing experience on interview part, can I build my own Salesforce Lightning website? As in, I recall from Peacock and show them that this I have worked on this platform, including this Ted and Lyle.
I think it cannot be possible, because whenever we are going to go for any interview, and if they know about Tet and Lyle, so they can track you.
Mhm.
They can track
No,
you.
no, no.
Hello.
I'm so sorry. Can you come again?
So what you are saying that, so whatever the work you have done, you want to go and include the state and Lyle in that your project.
Let me sure if I'm audible.
Hello.
Yes, I'm audible. Huh. Go ahead.
Yeah, tell me what you are saying.
What I had a query is I worked on Peacock,
Okay,
and this is another project. So can I show that I have worked on two projects while giving interviews and create
definitely,
my own website
definitely. What is your
as a
total year of
recall?
experience? What is total experience?
Just 1 year to be very honest, it's
No.
6 to 8 months on Peacock.
Oh, oh, come on. Then what I am suggesting, see, what I am suggesting,
Hmm.
whatever the knowledge I am going to provide, you can show up to 2.53 years of experience in Salesforce. But if you have 1 year, go and show all your 1 year experience in Salesforce. Because if you are going to
Hmm.
show your experience 6 months, 6 months is just like a fresher.
No, it was an technology. What I can say,
No,
technology
no,
shift. It was
no,
back
no.
in
But
April
what I am suggesting,
2022.
if you want a handsome package, what I am suggesting, go and
Mm-hmm.
tell that for whole 1 year you have worked in Salesforce,
So,
and see what are the questions they are going to ask. 80% question I am going to tell you what they are going to ask, because I used to take interviews for my previous companies and for this companies also. So I know what
oh,
are the questions they are going to ask in interview.
okay.
Okay, so no worry. If you don't want to learn Salesforce, I'm going to provide you 40 questions. Just learn it, read it, memorize it, and go for interview. Definitely you will crack it. Right, but what I'm suggesting, you can crack it, but you can't survive there then. Right, so for survival in the company, you have to know
The
how we
knowledge.
can develop functionality in Salesforce. Yes. Okay, so don't worry about the project, about the interview. Don't worry about that.
And if I'm not sufficient enough with one live project, can you help me? We will have more practices, right? So it's just not on just
No,
one
no,
live project.
no, no. It's not like that. See, that live project that I have done, that we have completed in 2.5 years, and if you are
Mm-hmm.
showing 1 year of experience, that is sufficient, because this Tate& Lyle is a big client. Fine,
Okay.
their products are going to sold in all over the world, LATAM, EMEA, NOM, in every region of the world, they are going to sell their products. If you are going to see their I think the website has changed, because last 2 years before I have worked on that. The website name is tateandlyle.com. Yes, see, if you want to see their products also, you can see what are the partners about us. See, these all are the products they are going to sell in all over the world. Dairy product, bakeries and snacks, soup, sauces, dressings. These all are the products they used to sell in all over the world. So this is a big client.
Got it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely what I'm suggesting, so as we are going for project for the last of the session, but what I'm suggesting, I have given you the name. Go and just see what they are providing, what are their partners, what they are, what they used to do. You can go and you can read it about Tit and Live. Okay,
Yes.
great. Guys, anyone has any query? This is because this is all about what I have told you about configuration. For development we have lots of things. So regarding the syllabus, what we are going to cover in configuration and customization, it means development. So you can go on the Radical website, you can download the syllabus and you can see what are the topics. Okay, and now it's regarding the notes. So don't worry, you can see what this is my notes, and each and everything set up user new, each every step I have given in my notes, so that you can follow the step and you can build all the functionality. You can see for setup, create a application, this is the step, create a custom object, this is the step, create a field, this is the step, setup, object manager, select layout, choose layout, save it. Find each and everything I have given in my notes, so don't worry. I will provide each and everything along with the live recording. Okay, guys.
Rahul, one
Still, if you have
question.
any query.
Yeah, I have one
Mhm.
query. Amit here.
Yeah.
Just want to know how to interact with the upstream and downstream system if we have. So how we are going to do it with Salesforce?
Yes. So if we want to go for the upstream and interact with the other systems, then we have a concept of integration in Salesforce. Fine. The integration is the last topic you can say, but for integration you have to be hero in development first. अगर आपको डेवलपमेंट अच्छे से आती है, then you can go for integration. Okay. So here we have what?
Okay.
We are in Salesforce. If you go for integration, here we have what? Custom. But see, for the custom, for the integration, only you have to go with the development. First, you have to know how we can write the classes, how we can call them, because whatever the classes you are going to write, that classes you have to share with the third party, and we need third party endpoint. Without endpoint, we can't integrate to the third party system. Okay. So for integration purpose, we need endpoint URL. If you can go, you can check Salesforce integration. Each and every, if you are going to be a developer, you have to go. See, Salesforce integration. If you want to go and go for the others like Google, Slack, LinkedIn. So if you want to get the data from LinkedIn, if you want to get the data from Google, then first you have to integrate with the Google. And for integration, I need the endpoint URL of Google. Without endpoint URL, we can't integrate. Fine. And for integration purpose, our client has to pay to this third party that I want your data in my Salesforce. That so please give me your endpoint URL so that I can integrate my application to your application. Fine. 1 year before what? Google wants to acquire Salesforce, but Salesforce has refused because of their own reasons. But now what Google is requesting Salesforce for collaboration. Okay, got it. So for integration concept, you have to be master in development first. How we can write class, how we can write methods, how we can include SQL queries inside method, how we can return the data. Each and everything you have to know. Gamit?
Okay.
Fine. Now, regarding the Salesforce account creation. Now, what is the benefit of cloud? Can anyone tell me? If you have a physical server, that if you're going to create an application with Java, .NET, and if you're going to create an application with Salesforce, Flipkart, or anything. So what is the difference between cloud and physical server? Cloud server and physical server.
Limitation of use.
What limitation?
Storage limitation.
No, that in physical server, we can also extend the storage limitation. In cloud
No,
also.
but in physical server, I believe that's a definite volume that we can use only. Then if we want more, then we have to buy more physical servers.
Yes, correct. Now what? In cloud and physical server, in physical servers, we have to maintain, right? We have to maintain the, sometimes Glassfish server is not responding, sometimes Tomcat server is not responding, but in cloud, we are not going to responsible for server. We are only responsible for application. We have trust.salesforce.com. If you want to see server, Salesforce server, this is the website, trust.salesforce.com. There you can see all the servers given by the Salesforce. Okay. See. Status. So suppose if I'm working on a server and the server is now going to collapse, so automatically Salesforce is going to switch our server from one server to another server. So this is the beauty. So you will never get any problem regarding server. Why server is not responding? We are not getting the data from server, or we have some connection issue with the server. Never. In my whole career, I have never got any this type of issue. That server is not responding.
And I saw a thing there, MuleSoft. I heard that's also an integration for Salesforce.
Yes, see, Whenever we want to go for integration with any third party application, we need endpoint URL, because without endpoint URL we cannot integrate to any other server. Now tell me, on Facebook you used to play games. So are they Facebook games? No. Facebook has integrated their website to the gaming zone. That's why Facebooks are pulling their games on from their website, Google, from their gaming website to Facebook, and then you can play games. So for that, Facebook needs endpoint URL of gaming zone, then you can integrate it. So for that, Facebook has paid. Oh, why it is taking so much time? And exactly same on your Salesforce also. If you want to play game, just integrate your Salesforce to the gaming zone. You can also play game on Salesforce. In Salesforce we have what? Chatter. Just like in Facebook, we can post the comments, we can post the pictures. In in Salesforce also we have Chatter, but the Salesforce chat is only used for business perspective. I can post any comment. I can post any comment like, hi, how are you. I can share it. Whatever the friends I have, they can see my comment, they can like my comment, they can provide comment to my comments. Good, right? So the same thing we can do in the Salesforce also, but here whatever the chatting is going on, that is for the product specification, products features, right? Okay, I think it is not loading, but you can use this status.salesforce.com, and here you can see all the servers available inside the Salesforce. Now, regarding your account creation in Salesforce, we have to go for developer.salesforce.com. If you want to learn Salesforce, they are going to provide a free 2 licenses, and that will be for end. It means it is not like in 1 month it is going to expire, right? So this license will be available till you have memorized your username and password. I can click on this sign up. Once you click on this sign up, you will get a form. You need to provide first name, last name. Let me show you, like so fine. Okay, email. Suppose I'm providing material sfdc@gmail.com, because on the same email I will get my link to reset my password. Okay, your job, developer, company XYZ, right? Country, what I'm saying, don't change country, because if you are going to change this country, this checkbox is going to be disabled. But for creating your account, this checkbox should be enabled. So don't change this country. Postal code, any postal code you can provide. This will be what I'm providing, what exactly same name. Okay, enable this and click on this sign me up. So what, on your email ID you will get a link so that you can reset your password, right? So almost there. Please check your email to confirm your account. Okay, so let me go on my email. Let me refresh it. Sometime it will take some time. Fine. So here you will get a link, and on that link, if you click on that, it is going to tell you please reset your password, and then you can change your password and you can start learning and working. Sometime it will take 5 to 10 minutes to come. Okay guys, so till now, if you have any query, any doubt, you can ask. Everyone, come on guys, if you have any query, any doubt, you can ask. Abhay, Amit, and Bhagesh.
I'm sorry, you called my name.
Yeah. Do you have any query?
No, not now.
Fine, guys. So if you have any further query, you can connect with the admin team. They are going to communicate with me. So if you don't have query, then let's wrap up today's session. Okay.
Okay. Rahul, just one last question. If I wanted to get more knowledge of more project, will you be able to provide that? As in,
Of course.
just not working, getting
See,
knowledge from a project
see,
that
project
I'm.
is what you are going to tell about what Tata and Lyle, what is the business of Tata and Lyle. Fine, this is not the technical. This is about the business knowledge. Project is all about the business knowledge, how the business is running. Right. So when
Will
you
you
are
be
going
able
for
to
in,
provide just one or multiple if I am seeking for more?
okay, if you need multiple, I will provide you. I can provide you three, 4 projects. But what I am suggesting, always
Mm-hmm.
go for technical, because technical is important, because this business description they are going to ask for 2 minutes, but rest of the 30 minutes 45 minutes they are going to ask you interview questions on your technical basis. Okay, but
Got
still
it.
if you want, I will provide you.
Hello,
Oh, yes.
sir. I read about somewhere about data and metadata. So I can I details about it?
Data
Can I
and
know about
metadata.
it? Yes.
What is data? So these all are data here. So what we have created, okay, just what in account, these are all are data, right? These all are datas. Fine. In Flipkart, what? These all are data. The data is in the picture format. In Salesforce, currently the data is in the form of string format, right? If you want to go to show a picture format, we can also show it picture format. Fine, but 99.9%, whatever the client you are going to work in future, they used to store data in string format. In Salesforce, they are, but I don't know why, but they always recommend data to store in the string format. But sometimes if they are going to ask, they want to store the data in picture format, what I need coding. For that, I need basics of coding. That I will tell you how we can store the data in picture format. Okay, no worry. So this is the data. And what is metadata? So collection of the all data. Suppose what I want. So all the data what I have in my account, I want to transfer all the data to another Salesforce account. So it means all the data, metadata, I want to transfer to another account object of another org. So it means we want to transfer the metadata to from one org to another org. So for that we need what? We need integration. ठीक है? Clear हुआ? Who was asking?
Yeah. Yeah. Bhagyesh, sir.
Yeah, Bhagesh. Fine, guys. Okay. So if you have any query or in doubt, you can reach me
And
out.
by tomorrow,
Yeah.
from the next class, we will go with the flow, correct? Because some we have.
Obvious. Next we'll go with the flow. Okay. Today just I have shown you. But what I am suggesting, at least go and create your account. You see, I got a mail. Right. So what I have to do, this is my username. I'm going to click on this verify account and I can reset my password. This is my username. This is my username, right? And I can reset my password. So what I'm saying you, please create your account in Salesforce so that we can in the next class we can go. So new password, suppose I'm providing some password. Okay, your security questions, right? And you change your password. Now after changing the password, now no need to go on developer.salesforce.com. So this is the,
त्याचा कार्यक्रम भेटेल आज संत.
sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was talking with my mother. I'm sorry.
Okay, fine. So now what I have created my account, right? And now whenever I click on the logout, and if I after logout, every time I am going to use only login.salesforce.com, right? I can provide my username and password, and now it is successfully logged in. So what I'm saying, so when the next class is going to start, I am suggesting you to create your account in Salesforce, and then we'll proceed further, or proceed with other functionalities. ठीक है, क्लियर सबको? किसी को कोई डाउट?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, guys, then let's meet in further classes. Okay, if you have any query, please reach out to Radical team. They will communicate. Okay.
Sure.
Thanks all. Thank you. Bye bye.